Welcome back. Today we are talking with burnout and mindset expert coach and trainer, Carla Jansen van Rosendaal. I'm having
Perfect.
fun learning how to say her name.
Perfect.
She is from the Netherlands, and she's going to talk to us about managing our businesses and ourselves and our lives while burning out. And I'm going to ask her questions about her business. So this is the business checkup, and on my channel, if you're not familiar, we talk all things marketing. So we're gonna dig into it. So let's get started. Carla, say hi.
Looking forward to it, and thank you very much for having me here, Simone.
Oh,
Love
you're
it.
welcome. You're welcome. Happy to have you all the way across the pond, as we like to say, in the Netherlands. Tell me, what is, as a coach and trainer, what is your goal for your business?
My goal for my business is to really reach, well, I have that on my website. I want to reach 1 million people who really can enjoy their life a lot more, have a lot more happiness, and by reducing stress, actually do what they want to do and reach
Okay.
their goals.
You know, one of the things that when I ask people their goals, no one ever gives me a definite number. You have a definite number. That is awesome. See, smart goal, right?
Yep. I'm not there yet, but I'll get there.
Oh, absolutely. We all have to start from somewhere, don't we?
Yes.
And I have coaches that tell me, okay, well, so if you're going to, I have an assignment this week to have 4 conversations. But in order to get those 4 conversations, I have to reach out to a lot of people. Because these 4 conversations that I have to have are very specific. So in order for you to reach 1 million people, then you're probably gonna have to actually contact, and you're gonna have to become famous.
Is
You think?
it true that you have to become famous? I would like to become famous because that way a lot of people know about me and get to hear what I have to say so they can lighten up their life.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I also do like podcasting. I talk in summits, so we reach people like that.
Mhm.
So yeah, I would love, yeah, to reach out and have one-on-one conversations 1 million. I think I need to live a few more years than I thought.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Well,
want to do that with groups, but also
mm,
yeah, talking on summits and just be on stage, things like that, and reach a lot of
exactly.
people. Yes.
Exactly. So stage is definitely probably gonna have to be one of your strategies for attracting people to you. Um, and I'm in this space now because I want to bring more people to me and really get a steady flow of leads coming into my business, because not everybody is going to join your program,
Nope.
but so you're going to end up with like needing a steady flow on a consistent basis, because so that they all hear you and then they all get to make that decision. Hmm, is
Yeah,
Carla for
and I
me
think
or
I
no?
think another one, Simona, with that, if you talk to people, maybe they don't become your client, but if you are of value still for them, they might talk about you and bring in
And
leads.
give you other, yeah, and bring other people to you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I like your strategy, guys. Podcasts, summits, groups, speaking on stage. Um, these are great ways to reach many people at once rather than talking to people one on one. Um, yeah.
Yeah, but it's both needed.
Well, yes, yeah. Yeah, it's true. And yeah, and depending on your program too, I think. Do
Yeah.
you do webinars?
I'm going to. I did in the past. I stopped that due to certain circumstances. I really had to cut down on my work, and now I'm actually starting to reach out more, and I'm really planning on doing webinars in the future, in the near future, even.
What
Yeah.
about challenges?
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. And I'm
Yeah.
kind of like, okay, I have enough content and possibilities to do challenges. So
Yeah.
I'm just not in my mind there yet. And which one do I want to do? Because there's so
Mhm.
many possibilities with what
That's
I do
true.
to have that. I mean, it's either on stress, it's either on lifestyle, it's either on mindset. So there's so many possibilities to do challenges on. So
Yeah.
actually, that's a good question, Simone, because I can actually ask on social media what people would like.
Good
What
idea.
subject would you like to hear me talk about in a webinar?
Yeah.
Thank you for the tips.
Yeah. And then, yeah, and you can also ask them, like, if I were to do a challenge, like, which of these three topics
Yes,
do you think would work well? Do you want to learn in a challenge, you know?
very
Um,
great tip. Yep.
and yeah, let the audience tell you. And what made me think of webinars for specifically was because, if you want to grow to be reaching 1 million people, um, then being able to convert one to many is
Yeah.
is crucial. So, and a
Yes.
webinar helps you to do that, right? You do your
Yes.
talk and people are there, and you make your pitch, and you're converting many more people all at once uh, rather than one-on-one, and that saves you from doing uh, a lot of 1 million one-on-one calls.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'm gonna just shift my planning a little bit to the nearer future to do that,
Well,
especially
it's
since
a
I'm now starting a group instead of I did one-on-one, starting a group now.
yeah.
So yeah, I think that would be a very great idea. So thank you
Yeah.
again for another tip I'm going to use. You're
Oh,
great. Thank you.
sure. Hey, I'm trying to be useful over here. Uh,
You are. Don't try. You did it. You didn't try. You did it.
my sister always likes to say, "Glad we keep you around." Well, I said, "Well, you
Yeah.
know what? I'm good for something."
People there. I think there are a lot of more people who want to keep you around to grow their
Oh,
businesses. So you
thank
have
you.
great ideas. So I really know you can help a lot of people with that. So
Oh,
yeah.
fantastic. So tell me, how are you nurturing the people that are in your community already?
By keeping and staying in contact.
Yeah.
It's either like via messages on social media, or if
Mhm.
I already have more contact that I have in my WhatsApp, I keep reaching out and informing on WhatsApp. And I think
Okay.
that is the most important thing to do.
Yeah, it is
So
very
like
important.
even this morning, I have a client who wanted to take a break for a while and try things out. So I did WhatsApp her this morning, and then she came basically with a question that was like, "Oh, I really would like a little bit of help." So people want to keep going themselves and try it. Don't ask help, but if you reach out to them in between, that's where they still do talk. So that's where you can
Absolutely.
help better.
Yeah,
So I think that's very
absolutely.
important.
True. Yeah, they may think that, oh, I'm fine, uh, I'm good for now. But then you reach out to them, you may have a tip or something. You may have a story about some success that another client had. And
Yes.
that just kind of perks them up and go, oh, you know what? I want that too. Let me call, let me call up Carla and get some help. I thought I was good, but I'm really that good, actually.
Yeah, yeah. And for me, it's like important also because it feels for me like, especially with my clients, I feel really hard connected with them.
Yeah.
And even if a trajectory or a thing is done, is finished, I always say, like, if there's really problem, connect with me.
Mhm.
And a lot of times it's just like a few minutes, 5 minutes that you need to talk, and they feel better already. So hey, what's if you can do something like that within a few minutes, how great is that?
Yeah, that's extremely valuable. Well, it
Yeah.
is. Um, how do you onboard your clients now? So they get to the point, they've had this one-on-one call with you, you've convinced them like, hey, you know what, I could really use your services. What next?
That's where I really actually then start working with them. If
Mhm.
I tell them, they get into my program,
Okay.
and I start working, like, hope, if possible, like as soon as possible.
Okay.
Because I really think that's also service, that if they say yes, you start doing the work right away as a coach. So they can start doing the work also and change their life. So that is basically what I do. Go start working, have my one-on-one calls with them every week. I have training, so I will send them information, training, things like that.
Okay.
So yeah, really go straight into the work.
Okay. So, do you have a quick win strategy to maybe get them a win quickly? Um,
Yeah, that's actually well, a quick win depends a lot what is quick for somebody.
yeah,
For the
true.
one person, quick is within a day, and another person feels quick already when it's 2 weeks. So that's kind of
Mhm.
depending. That's what I try to figure out anyway. Like, what do they need? What would be best for them? Because it's not like, that with everybody you can use the same strategy, because they're all
True.
in a different place. So if you really personalize it, with one person it can be one tip, the one tip, and with another person it's completely different. What I usually start with is that they really start doing the work with heart coherence exercises, because that is where the quickest win is to change your life, to get out of this burnout, to be able to change your mindset. So I get them to do the exercises as soon as possible.
Give me the name of the exercises again.
Heart coherence. It's
Heart
from the heart,
coherence.
yeah, it's from the Heart Map Institute in California.
Okay.
They developed this, and it started like 30 years ago. So, and that is where you really have fast growth.
Okay.
Another thing, when I start working with somebody, I always start do what I call the balanced mind body scan, which is working with quantum technology. And in that scan, it's a 2-hour session. And I always try to do that within the week after they said they start. That scan is amazing technology. It's measuring your energy, and this can be done online. It's quantum, it's energy we're talking about. So, and it's pure science. There's no woo woo wah wah on it. It's pure science. And it measures the energy of the body of somebody, even up till DNA level. And really,
Mhm.
it's even deeper than the bioresonance that a lot of people talk about and know about. And we can see on a screen in the session, they look with me to the screen, how the balance is in the body, and where it's out of balance, we can right away find out, is it radiation, is it food, or what I work most with, because I'm a mindset coach, is what story, what belief in your system, at which time of your time, from which time of your life is active at this moment and blocking the energy, and really giving you stress and symptoms and problems, and not reaching your goals and stuff like that. And that's all like instant. Within 2 hours, we have done that whole scan. We've gone deep. We found a theme. We found those beliefs. And I did coach them on it already. And then we even get help from the scan, a lot of real specific help from the scan, and balance it again, that energy. So that's the first thing that I really want to start with that really quick.
Coaches, are clients slipping through the cracks in your business, even at 6 or 7 figures? Don't skip this. You're about to find out why your sales growth feels stuck. You're amazing at coaching, but behind the scenes, leads fall through the cracks, admin tasks eat your time, and scaling feels harder than it should. It's not your fault. Your business is leaking opportunities you don't even see. That's why I created free resource 66 strategy holes that are blocking your sales growth. It shows you the exact blind spots in your client lifecycle where you're losing time, money, and clients. So you can finally grow with ease. And these strategies work. One of my clients plugged in just one of my automated systems and grew her revenue 300% while saving over 10 hours every single week. Imagine what fixing just half of these 66 holes could do for you. If you're a serious growth minded coach, stop patching leaks and start scaling with confidence. Join my free online community today and grab your copy of 66 strategy holes that are blocking your sales growth. Click below and get it now.
So, and as you're working with your clients, do you ever like, surprise them with like little gifts or anything like that? Just to delight them.
Yeah, it's like if you send a book, send a card, things like that. Even that they know it or that they don't know it. And I really love to do that. Or I give them something extra, like an extra session, or surprise them with that. Or I have an extra training for them, things like that. So yeah, I love that because that makes it personal and it makes it unforgettable, and it even helps them because it's usually something that gives them a good feeling. Or like with books, I always really look what kind of book, if it's really something that is especially helping them.
Fantastic. Oh, sounds good. I'm in a program where they have a system where they send us something every month. And
Nice.
it's really pretty cool. Um, and I was also, so their system is automated, and then I was with another coach. Her system was more manual, but every quarter she sent us a box of goodies.
Yeah.
Uh, and it came just in time for like our quarterly 2-day intensive. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, so it was pretty awesome. It was pretty
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I know
So
there's an automated thing possible. There's actually an organization who does all that. You can just pick whatever you want in that, and they do all the work for it.
yeah, absolutely. I'm actually putting together something right now to help business owners to 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 have kind of a customer appreciation program
Nice.
where it would where they can send out like birthday cards and gifts and things like that on anniversaries and just to like their people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fun.
yeah.
That's
So
a good
tell
one.
me,
Yeah.
that's a good thing to do, huh?
Yes.
So tell me about what happens after, say, after somebody leaves your program. Do you have just the one program? Do you have another program that they can get into that maybe is a higher level, or, say they graduate one and they're ready for another one? Do you have any programs like that?
Yeah, I offer like now I'm going with the group, and then of course there will be also the possibility to go for the one-on-one, which
Mhm.
is really an upgrade then. And I have several clients that sign up again for another half year, and
Okay.
I always ask like, what do you need or what do you want in that? And
Okay.
like it's really nice that this one client that I have now, because I let's say I'm kind of having more knowledge on quantum. And she said like, I'm very happy with what we do and I really grow a lot. And now I just getting more and more interested in quantum. Do you know more about quantum? I said, Yep. So the next one that we're gonna do, it's just like we keep being busy with her growth, but now we're
Mhm.
gonna add more quantum information and quantum techniques with that. So it's
Okay.
really like, what do they want and what do they need? And I have to be honest, I always look, are they ready for that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they're not always ready already to like doing something different.
Mhm.
So when I feel like, what you're doing now, you need a little bit more time with that, I'll
Yeah.
tell them, and then they still choose. But I have to be honest with them if they're, because I had one client who jumped off too soon and went to for emigration to a country, and I told her that that's way too soon. Well, she found out. She became my client again because it was too soon.
Oh,
So she
wow.
came back
Should
to
learn the
kind of
hard way, huh?
reset. She
Yeah.
learned the hard way, but that's also what some people need to do. But I mean, I'll
Sure.
tell them if they're not ready for it, I'll tell them.
Yeah. Okay. So it's on a case by case basis, whether they're ready
Yes,
for that next step or not. Okay.
definitely. Oops, I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem.
I thought I had stopped everything.
This is real life.
One of those things.
Right. So how do you get your clients to refer others, refer their friends and people in their networks to you?
The different ways, mouth to mouth, of course, talk about
Mhm.
me, be my ambassador,
Mhm.
by asking them to write a testimonial on LinkedIn,
Okay.
by asking for a video or written testimonial that I can either send out in my social media or put on my web. Well, I want to put them all on my website, still have to do that.
Mhm.
But yeah, by testimonials, I think that's a very good one. And by simply literally asking, do you know anybody who could benefit of this program?
Okay.
I think that's a very strong question for people to ask. Do you know anyone?
Yeah, absolutely. Right. Because if they were help,
Yes.
then it's a good thing for them to want to help their friend and say, hey, you should try her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Talk about it.
yeah. So is any of this, have you ever forgotten to ask a client for a testimonial or a referral?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did that basically always a couple of years ago. I always forgot that. I
Yeah.
actually didn't forget it. I just did not think about it. And then somebody said it, and I did not dare asking, which is basically, if you look back at it, kind of stupid. I just was in my own growth, that somehow I had this block of not feeling professional enough,
Mm.
even though they had great results and everything. But it was my own block. So I did not ask, I didn't dare asking. So I think that's a very good one. If your client is helped and feels better, you have been professional enough to ask for a testimonial. I learned that the hard way. And yeah, I mean, it's actually good to have those kind of lessons, I think. That's
Good.
where I really start thinking also about like how is that going in my own mind? Do I really think I'm not professional enough? So I got rid, luckily, of that block. And yeah, I just ask for the testimonials. Sometimes you have to ask 10 times, and sometimes they just never do it. And well, then, okay, then that's what's, I have to accept that as well.
True. Well, if you were to have, what if you had put in place an automated system that said, okay, the person started working with me here, we'll set a date for this asking for the referral or asking for a testimonial to go out, you know, on a date in the future. And you wouldn't have to think about it. What do you think about that?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Just one word, perfect. Yep. You have that, I guess, isn't it?
I do, absolutely.
I even never heard about it, Simone.
No?
No, I never heard about it. To have that automated.
Yeah, yeah. So there's a lot you can do. There's a lot that you can automate when it comes to your business while still keeping it personal, and still having that personal one-on-one touch with your clients. So
We need to talk.
we should talk. We should definitely talk.
Yep, that sounds
Oh,
great.
yeah. Okay, so one last question, or maybe two more questions before we go. Describe for me your framework for working with your clients, right? You work on burnout and mindset. So like what about burnout and what about mindset? How does it work?
Well, it has all to do with each other. I mean, they work together. Mindset, it's our thoughts that actually cause stress, and it's either our conscious or our unconscious thoughts. And we don't even realize we have them, or that even if we're thinking consciously, and you probably recognize that, if you think back, hey, what did I think a few minutes ago? You just don't know. It's like, this goes around the world within a minute. You have
Yeah.
1,000 thoughts. They all cause stress because most of our thoughts are negative and we are not even aware of it. And so working on the mindset with burnout is very important. Working on burnout to get to do real specific stress reduction, because I teach them, I have a whole training in that. I teach them how does stress work in the mind, in the body? How does it work together with the heart, the brain, the hormones, everything? Because if they understand that, they understand how they became burnt out. And that lifestyle has to do it. So stress reduction, like the heart coherence I was just telling you about, because you can see stress on a screen, that makes it very important, because we think that we feel okay and we might be in total stress and definitely not be aware of it. The HeartMath Institute figured out by research that we are actually 90% of the 24 hours a day in a stress mode in our body. Do you realize that?
Did not realize that. Although I think for me in my life that it probably is activated because I have this chronic disease called sickle cell disease, and most of the time I feel fine. But I do know that stress is a trigger for sickle cell crisis.
Yes.
And over the last year or year and a half, maybe, I've been having these pretty bad crises every 2 months, like clockwork.
I know how bad they are and that they're very painful.
They can be very bad, yes.
Yes.
Landed me, at the emergency room, kept me in the hospital for a week each time, but right before then, I felt fine. I didn't feel stress. I didn't feel any of the other triggers that I know of that cause it. So I would be interested to see a scan that said what my stress level was. It would be very interesting to see.
I can imagine. And also, because I don't know if you knew that, but what they found out is that basically, and a lot of people are really going to say you're crazy, but I am crazy, that every disease has a psycho-emotional background.
Yeah,
Of course, in combination with the stress. And that is totally true. And there's even a huge book it's and actually I just have to show it. It's in Dutch here, but I know they have it in English as well. It's this thick of a book.
Wow.
It's not a
That's a good
reading book. It's actually a book
Like a
which
reference book.
it is. You can actually find out with what is the psycho-emotional reason for a certain disease or symptoms. So yeah, there are a lot of things that can be done to with that. And actually, I don't know how that's in the state, but here in the Netherlands, more and more coaches, they have certain techniques to figure out. It's in a program to figure out what is the psycho-emotional part behind that disease and how can you deal with it to either lower the symptoms very much or get rid of it. So yeah, that would be very interesting for you. I can imagine that.
Yeah, that's
So
something
yeah,
I'll have
and
to explore.
yeah, and what you said, it's the fact that you don't feel those symptoms and they're still there, and suddenly you have that. Because I've been a nurse in the United States, so I've really we had sickle cell people on the floor, and I could see how much pain they were in. I
Yeah.
mean, and that makes it emotionally very hard too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it does make it because and especially with what happens with a lot of people in the United States is that, well, most of us who have it are Black.
Yes.
And then so then there also tends to be this racial component that comes along with it, where we show up, we're having a crisis, we show up at the emergency room, and they treat us like we don't belong, or like we're lying, or you're just here for the drugs, and stuff like that.
I've seen that.
You
I've
know,
literally seen
so
that happen.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So there's a lot of that, and it does affect you emotionally. It makes you feel lonely, cast off,
Not
angry,
respected.
not
Definitely not respected.
Yeah,
Not seen, not heard.
yeah. So that's definitely something I would love to explore that. So
Yeah, I can imagine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so
So
much for talking to me today. You do have a gift for the audience: 5 fast and easy strategies to reduce stress fast.
yes,
I love
yeah.
that, fast and easy.
Isn't that what we all want? We just want
Right,
to
we
have it
all want
fast and
fast and
easy.
easy, right?
You still
This
have
is
to
why
do
we pay
something.
bills.
Yeah,
We
a
want
lot
it
of people
fast
don't
and
even want to
easy.
do anything, but
Right.
yeah, fast. We can do. I mean, I got out of a age, or I mean, I've told you probably that I had 3 burnouts. That's how I started this work. And actually, looking back, it was an 8-year long. I was in a burnout with 3 peaks. And when I really started doing something about that after the 3rd time, I was out of that within 2 months, completely out of that. And I was even surprised because I did not know any better than it takes like 1 to 2 years to get out of that. And then a lot of times not even being out of there completely. I was out of that completely within 2 months. So it can be done fast. But you do have to do the work. You have to take the time. It's not hours a day, but you have to do it. So yeah, can be done.
All right.
So, but the PDF, the digital book really gives a lot of nice tips on different parts of your life to reduce stress. So yeah, love to give that out.
Oh, fantastic. The link will be in the show notes so that you have it and that you will be able to come out of burnout and stress fast and easy. I love it.
Yep, you can.
Thank you so much, Carla, for being here with me today and for sharing your tips and giving us an inside look at your business. Because, we want to talk all about marketing here on this channel. If you are, definitely put your notes, your takeaways in the comments. Let Carla know how she's helped you today. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, help us out, help us to grow and share all this goodness with the rest of the world, with your people. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Yes, and thank you, Simone.
Thank you for watching my video. If this content has helped you in any way, help me to share this with others by subscribing to this channel. And please click the notification bell so you don't miss anything. Also, like the video and don't forget to comment below your biggest takeaway so that we can share it with others. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.